Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are continuing our coverage of the 2014 Stanley Cup Finals right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. We're going to cover every game with Joe Duffy. Joe, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter. Let's pick a winner for Game 2. Let's hope so.
Yeah, this is a tough series. These lines are looking dead on. Before we get into it, just give a quick plug for OffshoreInsiders.com, because this is really impressive and speaks to how much confidence you have as a handicapper that you'll come on and analyze each of these 7 games, these tough, tight lines.
Yes, no, we've for those of you just worrying about who's hot, because if you want long-term profit, you're probably a permanent client of ours at OffshoreInsiders.com. But as we follow this report sizzling in Major League Baseball with mostly underdogs and small favorites, we pick all the North American sports at OffshoreInsiders.com.
All right. The Kings minus 152 right now at Pinnacle. That line has gone up a little bit. The Rangers are plus 140 on the other side. And the Kings are looking pretty damn impressive, right? I mean, the Rangers had a 2-0 lead, and if fatigue was ever going to matter for the Kings, it was going to matter in Game 1, down 2 goals. But it didn't matter. They fought back. They're playing that just like very precise, gritty, and sort of focused brand of hockey that's just really tough to beat. But here they are, minus 152. It's going to be a close game. I don't know where we can find an edge here. What do you think, Joe?
Well, actually, Peter, this series might be the poster child for what I've said to you before and what I've said to my clients for years is I do not like to invest a lot of money in long-range bets or series bets because I don't want it to even subjectively really inhibit my ability to make game-by-game adjustments. I did predict that the Rangers would win the series, but after watching Game 1, you would think, okay, the road team lost in overtime, so this is going to be a tough series. But the truth is, the LA Kings, they made those big adjustments. They totally outplayed the Rangers in the third period. It was not as close as the score indicated. And now, honestly, I think that the Kings could win this in 4 or 5. The Rangers, the only reason they kept the game close was because King Henry was tremendous. Henrik Lundqvist was outstanding. But the Rangers were outshot 20-3 in the third period. This series could get ugly, but I do think that the Rangers are going to open things up, which really makes the total play, the over, I think, the best bet in Game 2.
All right, well, the over right now is a 5 plus 113, but, the Game 1 was kind of a typical close, relatively low-scoring game that we would expect from this series. Why do you think this one is more likely than not to hit 6?
Well, the one advantage that the Rangers clearly have is in the speed department. And they didn't make it any secret. Alain Vigneault, he knows that the Kings aren't any dummies. Brian Sutter knows what's going to happen. The Rangers are going to try more of those stretch passes. They're going to try to get more breakaways. So they're going to take more chances. That means probably more scoring opportunities on both ends. Now, I did say that the score was not remotely as though that the game was not as close as the score indicated. That being said, I don't know if the Kings dominated the third period quite as much as the 20-3 shots would indicate. And the reason I say that, the Rangers moved the puck fairly well. They were somewhat analogous to a football team that kept bringing the ball inside the 20 and then stalled. Then the Rangers just couldn't get off any good shots, even when they had the puck in the offensive zone. So the Kings did a phenomenal job of closing down the passing lanes. The Rangers, if anything, were making one pass too many, and the Kings did a tremendous job of really making sure that the Rangers, even when they had the puck in the offensive zone, didn't have many shots. So I do think, the Rangers will, without question, open it up and will probably shoot the puck a little bit more, maybe hope for some rebounds and some deflections rather than try that fine passing, because that's when they got into trouble. So, again, as much as the Kings outplayed them, probably not by that 20-3 margin. So I do think that the Rangers will take a lot more chances, and that means goals both ways.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was only one series ago that the Kings were regularly seeing games going to 7, 8, and 9 goals. It just makes me a little bit nervous in a Stanley Cup final game with Lundqvist and Jonathan Quick in goal to make a bet that there's going to be 6 goals,
Each team has the ultimate goaltender. You could make an argument these are the 2 best goaltenders in the league, but I do believe it's going to be much more wide open, more so because that's the adjustment the Rangers have to make. It's not like the Rangers have to tighten it up more defensively. I just think they have to come up with more opportunities. And like I said, it wasn't so much that the Kings dominated the offensive zone possession. It's just that the Kings, when they got the puck in the offensive zone, they were able to come up with opportunities where the Rangers kept stalling, making the bad passes in the offensive zone, and were never able to quite finish it off. So the reason, yeah, there's no question about the goaltending, but I do think there will be enough scoring opportunities to put the game over the total, and it will be the goaltenders that would have to keep it under.
Well, Joe Duffy, thanks so much for giving us your thoughts on this game, and I really appreciate you, sticking your neck out there and giving a lean. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to be betting this game at all, but your lean would be to the over 5 at plus 113.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks so much, Joe Duffy. We'll talk to you again for Game 3.